Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back. We are finally jumping back into our Nebraska NCAA 14, or I guess you could call it Revamped 23 Dynasty here. It's been a while, and I've continued to play this. It's just been offline. And so we're going to just talk a little bit about just what's been going on, and also jump into some live gameplay in a really pivotal game. A lot of recruits visiting this game as we host Wisconsin number 25. And really the winner of this, and we'll get into this in a minute, very well could represent the Big Ten West in the conference championship game in a few weeks. So we are in week 13. First, I want to mention I have put together on simsportsgaming.com. If you're ever curious to see kind of these revamp tools and how they work, the instructions, where to download stuff, I made a consolidated page basically on that site. You can't miss it. Right now it's just at the very top of the homepage there. But it has a table of really all the files you would need, including instructions, including the download files, to get you going if you're curious to jump into Revamp. So definitely check that out. And thank you to all the new subscribers, to everyone checking out the channel recently. We've been doing some other stuff outside of just simulation gameplay for sports games and things like that. So I appreciate everyone checking in and just saying hi and checking out the video. So again, thank you. So where are we again? Week 13. We have done a lot. The last time we actually streamed any of this or uploaded any of this, we were in, I think, week 5. We had just lost to Oklahoma, and I was kind of doing the clipping of the videos, which I think a lot of people do like, and it's fun. I just haven't had a ton of time to do it recently, so figured I could jump in. It was week 4 actually. We could jump in and just take a look around and do some live gameplay today. But again, wanted to get you caught up here first. So after that 31-16 loss to Oklahoma, we had another loss, this time in overtime. And really not a game we should have lost. We should have beaten Indiana. We were in this game 38-35. You're going to notice our next 3 games were actually by the score of 38-35. Luckily, we won the next 2, both on the road, at Rutgers, at Purdue. And then we were able to beat a ranked, I think at the time there was 16, Illinois team that tried to really run the ball. We have the number 5 run defense in the country right now. It's one of the only things we do pretty well. And so we were able to shut down Illinois, and we got that victory. And we also came back after that and beat Minnesota 28-24. And then we just lost to Michigan. Last play of the game, they kicked like a 48 or something yard field goal to beat us. I did simulate that field goal. That's something I've started to do, is simulate kicks, at least field goals and extra points, to kind of simulate some blocks. I'll even do some punts too if I want. And so again, that's the only way you're ever going to really get blocked kicks or anything like that if you want to add some drama to some of your games there. So that's our last game. Again, we have 2 games left. It's hosting Wisconsin, the last game of the year. I guess you could call it senior day here at Nebraska. And then we will head to Iowa for the last game of the year to play in the Heroes game. And so we are 7-3. Nebraska's 8-2. And what this means is, I mentioned it's kind of a pivotal thing in the the Big Ten West standings, because we are tied at 5-2 in the conference. And whoever wins this is going to have the tiebreaker. We already have a tiebreaker over Illinois, beating them head to head. If we lose to Wisconsin, even if we beat Iowa and say Wisconsin loses their final game, they're going to have the tiebreaker on us. So it's pivotal. We have to win this game. And then even if we lost next week, we still have a shot if Wisconsin lost. But if they win next week and we win this week, then we would still have the tiebreaker. So point being, though, we have to win this game, because if we don't, they're going to have the tiebreaker on us, and then really the best we could do is tie their record, and it wouldn't work because they would have the tiebreaker. So this really does come down to who has a shot to win it. Of course, Illinois does still have a chance. If we kind of lose out and Illinois wins, they would represent the Big Ten West in the conference championship game there. Over in the East, if you're curious, I believe it's Ohio State still. Michigan, again, we almost beat them. We had them. We almost won that game. In Michigan too, but they are the number 2 team, and of course they will play the last game of the year, so Michigan still has a shot. They would have the tiebreaker if they beat Ohio State, and they would have the same record, same conference record, and that kind of thing. So if that comes to fruition here in the future, so that's what's kind of happening there. I really like, I've talked a lot about the tools I'm using. I'm not going to go over all of these in this video again, But if you've missed the previous episodes or just some of the tutorial videos that are on the channel, go back and check those out. But I love that we're seeing actual realistic Heisman finalists, right? And look at, they're all quarterbacks. If you play straight out of the box, especially with updated rosters, you're going to see a lot of running backs here. But this has worked out really, really well. And it's because of some of these elements that we're doing, like using updated playbooks, thanks to Noob's playbooks that are on the Revamped community. It's thanks to things like resetting the kind of predetermined upset winners every week so that we have kind of these better teams continuing to win as they typically do in real life. Not always. We have UNC who's in the top 4 right now. Bama, UNC, Ohio State are all in the top 4, right? And they have a player in the running for the Heisman. So that's pretty cool. LSU was there. They just lost. I think they might have lost 2 in a row because they lost to Alabama. Georgia has fallen a couple spots too. We can look at them in a second. But you also have Adrian Martinez here from K-State. So, yeah, really, really cool to see. It's a challenge for sure. I will show you my team stats and whatnot a little bit later. But it has been a challenge for sure. The sliders are tough. The gameplay's tough. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's been a struggle. So top 25, I mentioned, we can take a quick look at that and see how it's looking here in week 13. Again, Alabama, Ohio State, North Carolina. LSU still in there, but Michigan in the mix. UCLA, Clemson also in the mix. Clemson just lost to UL. Who is that? It's not Louisiana. Louisville. Yeah, sorry, Louisville. So they lost there. And again, just this 4th spot very well could be a one-loss team. We'll see, it's going to get really interesting if Michigan beats Ohio State, for instance, but there's a lot of different scenarios that can play out here. We have not been ranked yet this year. We are kind of on the cusp. I think had we beaten Michigan, we would have been, because we were ranked pretty high in kind of the, what do they call it? The others receiving votes section here, right? We're still there in the coaches poll. You can see we have 13 votes, but in the press poll, the Associated Press poll, we are not on the list at all anymore. And again, that's mostly the press ratings in this game are more kind of like fair weather, like what have you done for me recently kind of thing. So they get really excited when you win and they get very turned off when you lose. But again, that's kind of what's happening there towards the top of the rankings. Award finalists, we actually do have a couple guys. They're both defensive players. And I can just kind of show you here. I think one is with the Mackey. No, sorry, that's the tight end award. What is it? Lombardi, one of them. No, not Lombardi. Buckus. So Nick Henrik, he's only a 76 overall, but he's come up with some clutch interceptions. Kind of, we play a pretty short zone. We play pretty close to the line of scrimmage a lot, and so we've had just kind of some of those quick slant throws that have just kind of gone right to Nick Henrik here. And he has come down with those. So even though he's only a 76, it's been kind of a scheme player. And I like too that it's not completely unrealistic. Because here we have a guy who's 77 overall, 71, right? So you can get guys into the mix like this. We have a couple defensive backs who've had nice years. Chris Kolarevic, is how you say his name, from Traverse City, Michigan, by the way, is having a hell of a year. You don't see it, but he's probably got 4 interceptions, and they've just been huge. I mean, some game-winning interceptions that have like put games away that have been really close, like some of those 38-35 games where we can't do anything on defense. But he's come up with some really, really key interceptions. My user player has also come up with some key interceptions. I think I have 2 or 3 controlling free safety on like 99% of the plays, so that's pretty cool. And then really our top corner, just an 81 overall, Quentin Newsome out of Buford, Georgia. He's had a nice year. Scored a couple defensive touchdowns there. And so those are the only players, though, that are like in the mix for any sort of award. It's been kind of a tough go, and I will show you that. We do have a couple injuries. And lowering the injury ratings, by the way, another thing that's worked out really, really well. It's nothing too crazy, but we have our starting running back out, which I think we saw in the last episode, and a linebacker. We've had some other injuries. I sat my left tackle for a number of weeks, kind of reflecting on a what I call a sister team, kind of following one of the simulated teams' injuries for offensive linemen, since you guys won't ever get hurt. So we had a left tackle out for a little while, but this is pretty cool. It has not been overwhelming, even though we lowered the injury rating substantially on every single player on just my team. So you can see his injury ratings of 40, our running backs. And again, I just kind of used different variations of lowering the injury rating. So Grant was lowered there. And you can see all of that on that article I mentioned on simsportsgaming.com. It's also up in the Revamped community. It's got its own little section underneath the kind of like their community mod area. So if you're familiar with that, you can go check that out. And it should walk you through a lot of the stuff that you're seeing here far better than I could in, say, like a YouTube comment. So I highly encourage you to go check that out. It's going to be much more detailed. Season stats, as I mentioned, it's been a struggle. It's been tough. Thompson has gotten hurt a number of games, but like just kind of like missing a quarter here. Maybe he missed a half. So the backup has played, but it's a struggle. These stats are, and it's hard. I should say the sliders. It's very hard. Not to mention my offensive coordinator is pretty terrible still, and so we're getting better. We're putting as much kind of development as we can into enhancing the passing game. Allen, who's really our backup running back, has done a decent job kind of filling in now. He's got 696 yards on the year. Palmer, a top receiver, he's a 90 overall or something like that. But it's just, I distribute the ball around, and again, just passing has been hard. It's been a challenge for sure. Tackles, you're always going to have a lot of guys at the top. That's just because this game doesn't quite simulate in a real played game. It doesn't quite replicate properly like assisted tackles. They just kind of combine them on the screen. If you want to see a more accurate kind of setup for like how tackles are really looking, here's what you can do. You can scroll up and just go to like all NCAA here. We're going to go to defense. And then what you can do is just scroll by tackles, right? Because what you're seeing on that previous screen is actually solo tackles. And you just don't see as many of those in simulated games. You see a lot of assisted tackles, but you don't see those in played games, right? And that's why all my guys have like single digits or 0. So really what you want to look at here is total tackles. I wish that screen could be updated or something, because my guys aren't even close to the top of this, right? So it's not as overwhelming as it might seem. So don't let that be like a deterrent of like, oh, this is lame. I'm really into stats and these look terrible. It's a little bit more than that. So I like that we don't have like a top 5 guy, not even close in sacks, right? 4 on the year is our leader. Interceptions, Kolarevic with 4, as I mentioned. And then let's see here. I want to show you the player I've been controlling. And we'll kind of take a look at some other stuff. But and I've made some bonehead plays. You've seen them in some of the highlights. But I know I have a few interceptions here. So where's he at? Farmers. Oh, I just have the one. I thought I had more than that. But had a sack too. Again, really, really important play there. But it's been fun. It's a big rush getting that interception live. Like you're actually running around. And I think the one I got was kind of like a deep ball over the middle. And, you kind of feel the nerves a little bit. It's like, oh man, that guy's kind of behind me. And I just was able to catch up and make the play. So it was super, super cool. Super fun to do there. So again, we're getting like a decent amount of team sacks. You can see it's pretty spread out across the board. Even interceptions, we actually have quite a few interceptions as a team. So that's really helped bail out, which is kind of an otherwise not great defense. Speaking of not great, quarterback play has been tough. 10 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Neither of these are like crazy high. Interceptions maybe a little high. We're now 10 games in, so still less than 1 a game. But you can see the backup has also thrown 3, so it's a struggle. And those are my fault. A lot of those are absolutely my fault. But like this yards per game thing is just really kind of based on the challenging sliders combined, as I mentioned, with the really low-ranking head coach that I am, low-ranking offensive coordinator, and that will get better. And so I like it. I like the challenge in that first year especially. I just think it's great. We've had success running the ball. Really anybody we put in is generating yards for us. We've used kind of an assortment of backs with Grant being hurt. And you can see none of these guys are anything to write home about. Even true freshman here, Emmett Johnson getting in 19 carries for 90 yards on the season. And, it's just worked really, really well, the run game, luckily. So receiving, again, spreading the ball around. I guess our top 2 receivers actually both have 38 receptions. Again, kind of have to throw a lot of screen passes to kind of get the offense moving a little bit, or at least shorter routes. So that does kind of bring down averages until we are able to get our quarterback performing a little bit better, again, via the upgrades with your coaching and things like that. So Brown, our slot receiver, has probably been our most productive, certainly on like a per reception basis. Allen out of the backfield, just a few catches there, starting to work in screens to the running back a little bit more. I let the AI kind of pick my play right? So I use like the suggested plays from the, I guess, coordinator it comes from. And then I pick one of those 3. And so they don't always pull up exactly the play I want, but that's an extra challenge I'm using. I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. But again, pretty good ball distribution across the board. Blocking, I mean, certainly have given up some sacks, nothing crazy. Right tackle, left guard seems to be the spots where we're seeing those generated from the most. And then we looked at the defense already. So, yeah, I mean, everything's playing really well. I'm actually quite happy with things. Recruiting, I know, is something you're going to want to see. I'm going to get to that in a second. Coach skill tree, just to kind of show you where I'm at. I did put some development into both sides here. We are a level 3 game manager. We're a level 4 recruiting. I like to try and keep these balanced. I know a lot of people are going to go heavy here, but if you're using these challenging sliders and you're using, again, like a new head coach, don't underestimate the ability to help your offense out, help your team get hot, help them get set up plays and that kind of thing. It's very valuable. So to me, I've just focused on recruiting in the beginning because we were starting from square one. And then again, our coordinator is level 4. So, I mean, we're a very inexperienced staff. It's no wonder we're struggling. And we're truthfully lucky to be 7-3 going into this game. So again, if we look at team ratings here, you can see exactly where Nebraska is sitting. Points per game, we're 66th. Total offense, 108. Pass offense, 106. Rush offense, 70th. So again, even though we're rushing the ball well, we're still not even close to the top 25. Total defense, 59th in the land. Top 5 rushing defense. But pass defense has been pretty bad, and our turnover differential, again, that's actually helped us. Even though we've turned the ball over, we have generated turnovers, and it's kept us in games. I mean, no question about it. Here you can see the leaders. We saw a little bit of this earlier, but there it is all on one screen. Let's see, and then we already saw the schedule and kind of what's all shaking down there. Let's see, anything on this? Yeah, I think we saw everything else there. So 7-3 record, 1-0 regional TV, 6-3 national. Still not ranked there. And yeah, 2 big games coming up. Wisconsin, tons of recruits visiting this game. Last home game of the year. And then the rivalry game with Iowa. So recruiting, how has it gone? Well, it's not been bad. I have taken off players that have signed elsewhere. You can see all of our visits this week there, by the way. But this is kind of where we sit right now. And this will kind of show you, really just kind of a general lay of where we're at. Quarterback, we've missed out on a couple of our top targets, so we're kind of down to a 3-star Joel Mulbert. We don't really need it, but I do like to try and bring a quarterback in every year or so. I like to kind of carry maybe 4 on the roster, so to speak. And so he, again, not the end of the world. He's not going to be a complete world beater. We don't exactly know. I will not scout above 25%. But anyway, he is a guy that we're going after, and I think we'll have a pretty good shot. I do believe he's visiting this week, so that's going to certainly help. Same thing here, just a 3-star running back. We just kind of got in on late. I think we actually have a decent chance because I believe the only other school who's offering him a scholarship is Auburn. So that does not look as daunting as it may be. This guy's got good speed. And it just kind of happened to show up there. 90 speed's pretty good with this roster set, even though he's kind of scouting out only as a 3-star, 67 overall right now. This guy's a tiny back, so it could be kind of fun to use him. We are pretty close to signing the Hawaiian Megatron, basically 6'6", 236, 4-star recruit out of Kapolei, Hawaii. Kapolei, Hawaii, I forget. Anyway, so he's pretty close. MJ Coleman, 80 overall tight end, at least how we have him scouted. He's the number 1 tight end in the country, although he's only 6'2", 221. He can almost play safety out of Universal City, Texas. So he's really close to signing. Probably will sign this week. Another tight end very close to signing out of Howell, Michigan, 6'2", 270. He's almost like having a 6th lineman out there, almost like an undersized center. So he's pretty close. We have a couple tackles that are going to be pretty close to signing here. Andre Kennedy out of Ferndale, Michigan. It's funny, when I picked my alma mater, it was Eastern Michigan where I did my undergrad. And it does kind of seem like it almost like funnels players from your home state to you. Because here I have, Ferndale, Michigan, and there's Howell, Michigan. We have a recruit visiting from Woodhaven, Michigan this week. So, yeah, kind of funny there. Another tackle pretty close, Wichita Falls, Texas. Undersized, probably move him to center, maybe guard. Kennedy, I think, can stay a tackle, even though he's a little lean. Hopefully he can put a little weight on when he gets to Nebraska. But at 6'6" there, that's a nice size. We've been locked out by this defensive end. Screw him. Max Ball, he's a JUCO. I've kind of given up on this week. I just don't really think it's going to work out with Maryland pursuing him pretty heavily. Joe Johnson was another linebacker that has locked us out. Even though he's a Nebraska native there, looks like he'll be attending Michigan or Texas. Those teams are pretty close, kind of working towards him. Cornerback's really, really tight. Trey McMillan out of Santee, California. Very close to San Diego there. He is kind of back and forth. He's visiting this week. I really hope that will land him and get him going. Rashad Buford, another player, I mentioned Woodhaven, Michigan. So he's a very tall, 6'3" corner. And then it's kind of maybe just a backup option here. We are looking at this 3-star corner out of San Carlos, Arizona. And then a couple athletes who I think are pretty close. I don't know where we're going to put these guys. Neither of them are quarterbacks or anything like that. But we'll see. We're happy to bring in some guys who are going to be good athletes here, especially when they can be local to Nebraska here, like Zach Davis. And then a couple other players, again, just minor, pursuing 3-star middle linebacker, 3-star safety that we don't need. Now, who has signed? We have some players for sure. Aiden Davis out of Statesboro, Georgia, 4-star receiver, has signed with Nebraska. K. O'Brien, I like to call this guy. I guess it's probably Co'Brien, but I like K. O'Brien, a tackle, probably played guard for us at 6'4", 306 out of Bellevue, Washington. Another guard, 6'3", 284, Miles Andrew. And a couple of ends coming up here. William Boykin, 3-star, 6'5", 256. A 4-star end who's a little undersized, 6'1", 250. He could almost play like a middle linebacker. Josh Elam out of Prescott Valley, Arizona. Defensive tackle, 6'3" at 301, Raekwon Dunn. And then a strong safety, Deron Jones, has signed. I don't know if there's a way to, because I've taken him off my list just to kind of keep it clean, but to see players that we were pursuing, I guess what we could do is look at play. You know what I could do? Hang on a second. We could look at players who have the highest interest in us, but have already signed, right? So let's do interest in Nebraska. They have us as a top 5 school maybe. And then let's do committed. Doesn't it let us do this? Yeah, committed. So players who've committed, but maybe we were pretty close on, that you might see some familiar names. Let's see. I know there were some guys for sure. I know we were looking at Daquan Nwosu. He has signed with Michigan. He stays home there from Farmington Hills. We had some running backs. Rowdy Pohl signed with Nebraska, who are playing next there. A couple other running backs we were kind of looking at. You may recognize some names there. We didn't look at any fullbacks. Receivers, I think we've gotten our top targets. Yeah, we're okay there. Tight ends, same thing. We've had a pretty good run getting those guys we want. I don't think we've really lost out on any tackles, really any linemen. Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty clean for us. It hasn't really, maybe losing that quarterback, I was pretty excited to try and get him. I know there was a really good outside linebacker. He's not showing up there, though. Well, he's on our list still, right? He got locked out, so he hasn't signed. I think Okacha we were looking at. Yeah, he had us number 2. So, again, you can see there, we weren't really close, but we were kind of in the mix there. He was the 5-star guy. He's going to Ohio State. And where's he from? Bloomfield, Michigan. So a lot of Michigan players interested. Again, I think that's based on the alma mater you pick when you create your coach. I should make it Alaska or something so I don't get that little bonus. But I don't think there is a University of Alaska in that list. Cornerback, again, we're pursuing a few guys here. Randall Moss. Not Randy Moss, but Randall Moss going to Michigan. Let's see. We weren't really looking at safety too much. We're pretty deep there. We were taking some guys. Again, we have Deron Jones here who just had us as number 1. I figured, hey, come on in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Athletes, I don't think, they're just the guys nobody that we were really pursuing. I think Jamari Green we were looking at, if I recall. So that's kind of the lay of the land with recruiting. We should see a lot of activity after this next game. So by the time you see kind of the next episode after this, which will probably either be, if we make it, the conference championship game, or really just kind of the end of the year wrap up off-season episode, that kind of thing, we'll be able to see a lot of that other stuff there. So we saw the coaches. kind of saw around the league. I showed you the Heisman stuff. So, yeah, I think we're ready to jump into gameplay. Wisconsin's got a pretty good team. If I see any weaknesses at all, maybe at cornerback, maybe at right tackle, simply because their starting 2 right tackles are hurt. But again, their third stringer is still like a 78. So they have a lot of talent all across the board. They're ranked number 25. They're 8-2. And again, this game's really going to come down to who is going to represent potentially the Big Ten West in the conference championship game. So we're going to jump into gameplay here live, see how it all goes. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free. It's appreciated, as always. And it's just been a lot of fun chatting with everybody. So here are their top players, by the way, if you're curious to see. Pretty good defense. I didn't show you the sliders, but I mean, quarterback accuracy is at 3, and understand that the there's under the hood changes. If you've looked up the C Gator 22 slider set, there are under the hood changes to the game that are happening there. We also have our impact players turned off, which is one of the mods I talk about on that article on Sim Sports Gaming. So we really make it as challenging as we can without being like completely ridiculous, like putting all the sliders at 0 or something like that. So anyway, let's jump in.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. In the BCS standings, there's always the potential for a back door to swing open at just the perfect time, but not in a division race. You're not getting help from anyone but yourself, and these 2 teams will square off for the right to play for a conference championship. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
In the Cornhuskers state, Nebraska, this game will be played on the turf of Memorial Stadium.
It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
So we're going to, again, play kind of an aggressive, shallow zone to start with. See how that goes.
Both teams are lining up for the kickoff. We're just about set to get this one underway.
Kicking into the wind, but we'll have the wind behind us in the second and fourth quarter, which is vital in a strong wind game like this.
Allen from the 2. He's to the 20. Whoa, he just took a licking. Seniors are throwing on the home jerseys for the final time in their careers. For these kids, an awfully emotional time. You always want to go out in style and get a win. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
Pretty much going to just focus on pass almost every down. I'll cheat up a little bit here too. And just watching the offensive lineman really is the key for play action.
He's under pressure.
Oof, that guy was wide open over the middle. I missed it. Very lucky. It was a cover sack. I do believe I played a role, but had he had one more second, that was going to be a touchdown for Wisconsin. Yeah, definitely a coverage sack. We'll take it. It's a big play. It's a big game. Let's look at the, let me show you what I saw in the replay here. So definitely 2 guys coming over the middle. I'm just kind of cheating up top a little bit to kind of take away the quick pass. And then you can see there's 2 guys kind of breaking towards the middle. And I just assume it's going to stay man-to-man. But because it's cover 3, that guy on the right is passing me off the receiver on the right, and I don't stay with him at all. I kind of cheat down because I'm like, ooh, I can see that guy's going to open up around kind of the midfield mark there where they kick the ball off. And look at that. I just missed him. So cover 3 turns into like a cover 2 basically because I abandoned it, and those guys aren't watching at all. So very, very lucky because, I mean, right there, he probably still had time to throw that. Yeah, super lucky. But we'll take it. Sometimes you got to be lucky to be good, right?
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. Allen picks up 5 with the carry.
It's like, I feel like that play is a success, but then you see like 6-yard gain, like, oof. In the circumstance, it was good. We're going to bring a blitz here. We're not going to give them time to set up a 13-yard pass, hopefully. I'll play corner here. Why the hell not? Oof, wide open.
Quick pass. Tackle around the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a big play by the offense. And I got to tell you, as a defense coordinator, you're blitzing.
Gosh, you had a good position, too. What are you doing?
And it's one thing to blitz and to get to the quarterback and everybody high-fives and gets excited. But if you blitz and you don't get home, as they say, which means hitting the quarterback,
we're going to bring another big blitz here.
Your defensive backs one-on-one in coverage. And if you don't get to that quarterback and you're facing a talented quarterback like this man right here, you're going to pay for it.
He's got the corner. He's at the 40. Makes it to the 34.
The defense
Tried to do a user strip there, but no luck.
He had the time and space to break open for a good game.
Oh, now Wisconsin's breaking off some chunks on us here. Gotta stop the bleeding.
We've got a first
Still going to stay in that pass-focused defense here. And the reason I do that is we have a top 5 run defense. Even when I've been doing that, our pass defense has been pretty bad. So can sacrifice a little bit of that run defense, and our guys can usually hold down the fort, I guess. Ah, tried to strip it in. So did he. We got a penalty for it.
So the offense will move
Que mala onda,
with
they say in Spanish.
From the 13-yard line, first down.
So they marched right down the field, had a sack on the first play of the drive. They convert a couple key third downs, or at least one, maybe just the one. But they had a lot of chunk plays after that. We're going to simulate the kick here, just to maybe get some blocks now and then. All right, let's see if we can match. Got to try to get the pass offense going. It's tough, guys. Got to be patient. It's tough when you're a new coach with a new coordinator for sure.
He's to the 20. And he makes it out to about the 27-yard line.
It's also tough when you let that bad coordinator call all your plays, so we'll see how it goes. Although I don't really think that changes, but play action bubble, that's probably a good pass to start with. I call a lot of passes, and then I will audible in the runs pretty frequently. So that's not a great matchup, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, I was hoping that corner would stay back. He did not. That's okay.
From their own 27-yard line, second down.
Looks like a cover 2 here, but that's what we need. Stay up. 3rd inch is beautiful. That's a huge play. Again, run game's been decent this year. You can move the ball. Definitely can't be calling many long passes just yet. I got to get this quarterback a little rhythm. It's very important on this difficulty setting. Custom difficulty setting that we're using. No, got stuck. Had a big hole if I could cut it inside to the left there. Well, let's see. Second and 12. Take a look at this pass. Let's see. It might audible here. Looks like might have a blitz coming from the right. We're going to shift that. If they do, we got man-to-man on Washington, probably on Allen. Picked off. Nope. Yeah, so they good disguise coverage there. They did not bring a blitz from that side. Let's take a look at what they did do, though. It was man-to-man. I thought the tight end could shake him. Yeah, running back was open, but it was like one of those routes using a catcher for like 2 yards. And I thought that tight end, you can see like his defender, right, on the tight end, has his back to him. So I'm like, okay, that's golden. He's got all that space over the middle. By the time that guy turns around, but oh my gosh, he turns around and outruns him to the ball. It's wild, right? So like I'm not upset at all with the read. Like in real life, I mean, I'm fine at that. That's a good one-on-one matchup. Your guy has the leverage until he doesn't suddenly. So that's a crazy play. Now we're 3rd and long. I don't know if he's going to have the accuracy to even come close on something like this, but we'll try. Big blitz. That's fine. I might actually go for this. We'll see. So big blitz there. Wasn't going to have time to let the out route and the kind of that middle in route develop. Maybe our line held up actually okay on that play, but I mean those plays were also covered. So this, I'm fine with this throw. He's wide open, gets 9 yards on it. Yeah, I mean it was really good coverage. Their coverage has been tight so far. 4th and 3 from the 49. Let's see. I always go with the first row of passes, so maybe, let's see. I'm going to call this fullback inside, and we're just going to kind of look and see if it's a good matchup. Maybe I'll try to draw him off. I'm going to cover 2. I think we can get this, honestly. Hit it. Got it. Whew, that was close. So again, a matchup, I was fine even taking a penalty, punting, trying to draw him off sides, but the matchup looked pretty good. A lot of cover 2, it looks like. And that just means there's a lot of space right up the middle, so take it. Biggest thing of these sliders is just do not throw in the coverage. Make sure your guy's open. Easier said than done. See, there's the inaccuracy there. Probably threw it a little too hard, but
this is the 10th play of this drive.
Way too tight a coverage anyway. I'm curious. I probably had something else open. I just saw single coverage over there, and I like that. But then that linebacker dropped back pretty tight. Yeah, I had underneath wide open on the right for sure. Take what they give you, especially early, and I'm not doing that. But we are kind of in 2-down territory still at the 37, so if there's an opportunity to run here, I don't mind it. We'll probably have single coverage out there with Palmer. Oh, dude. That's an easy first down. I just tapped that button, too. Terribly inaccurate. Let's see here. Saw the big blitz. I mean, they sent everybody here. There's a ton of people open, but I just went with the short route, thinking it'd be the most accurate. Bummer.
and it comes out a little.
Oh, well, what do we do here? I'm not punting. I absolutely will not punt from the 37. We don't have the win. I mean, we have to go for this. Yeah, I guess we'll go double sluggo. I don't like to call for verbs. It's kind of the community considers it a cheese play, so.
Controversial call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball.
Oh my gosh. I just had to throw that before I was ready. I felt like I was getting hit. Whew, he bailed me out. That could have gone a number of different ways. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to show a replay in every play, but that was wild. I could feel myself about to get whacked, and that guard did pick him up. Or I guess our right tackle. Look at him shift over. Look at that block. But still, I was going to get clobbered. And so that play is really not that open yet. But I knew that's really all we had as far as maybe trying to convert on fourth. I mean, oh my gosh, that's a lucky... That's not a wise throw, but I'll take it. It kind of makes up for some of the throws that were wise that just didn't work out for us. I'm going to keep throwing. If we get some short routes here again, I can always audible. But if these matchups are good and I can get my quarterback, so these are not good. They're playing pretty tight to the line here. So we're just going to audible into a run. Got a blitz coming from the left side. Nope. Ooh, there we go.
Big thing is when you have this kind of drive going, you don't want to end it in a field goal. Now you want to focus on.
Brown got hurt on that reception, so our slot receiver, he'll be back soon though. I'd love to get the ball out to Palmer there, but gotta make sure those guys drop back. He does. Oh, he tightens up. Oh my gosh. What a play. That's a heartbreaker. That's a heartbreaker. I want to show this replay too. Damn. He dropped back and then, boy, he closed fast. And he was my first read. I didn't even look around. I didn't look at anything else. Ah, we can't see it. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay. That's my best receiver out there. It wasn't an inaccurate throw. Oof, it's a crushing play. And now we have full momentum against us, typically in NCAA when a pick six happens, so yeah, it's not going to be getting any easier. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that throw. He might score. Woo, big one. Oh, we got a flag, though.
Flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Receiving team.
Yeah, let me know what you think about that throw. I'm okay making that throw. Just made a hell of a play. Damn.
It's going to be interesting now to see if this quarterback.
That penalty hurts. Quarterback's cold now.
Needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes.
Oh, no, take that forward momentum.
At the 32, the running back gets 2 on the carry.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on their own 32.
Number 2 corner out.
Cornhuskers defensive back left the game with that injury earlier. Looks like he's going to be able to get back in the secondary. And down he goes at the 34. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry. He's in trouble. Runs with it, and he's got room. Steps out of bounds.
That was kind of my third option. I looked for the receivers over the middle. Safeties dropped back. I didn't really like it. And then the coverage was tight down low. So again, I think they had another cover too.
It's 1st and 10.
And so that was my third read was just run for the effing first down.
That's a loss of about 3.
Pretty good stand there. They weren't fooled at all by the offensive play call.
Make some plays. Typical first quarter passing line for this Nebraska pass offense here. It's been tough. I tried to throw that underneath intentionally, and again, just the accuracy is not possible yet.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 38.
Need to play here, but again, don't need to force it. The game's not over if we don't get this. Nothing there. Didn't really see anything opening up. I will check the replay just to see. I mean, that receiver over the middle, but again, like, that's a big ask. Oh, wow. Yeah, the receiver on the right. Well, maybe. If that was an accurate throw. I mean, I did have some guys open deeper, but I just don't trust that they're going to be accurate just yet. But I guess I got to try. At this point, we need to start trying. The short stuff's not working.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here. Signals for a fair catch.
So it goes without saying, we need to stop here.
We're about set to start things up again. He throws a dart to the right. Keeps a foot in and pulls it down. From their own 39-yard line. First down. He's tackled at the 42. There are 3 quarters remaining. Wisconsin's in front by 14. And we welcome you back to the action here. Just about set to start the second quarter. They'll bring him down at the 45-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
And there's not much he could do to get away from the junior safety on that play.
They're about 4 yards away.
Bringing another blitz, 3 in a row here. Just trying to make something happen. Shoot. Oh, worked out. I got burned.
But the defense is fired up.
Ooh, good job, guys. Let's go. We gotta start moving the ball.
And hit him hard. I think that can really create some confidence for this defense. The next time this quarterback drops back to throw, you got to be thinking he's going to be a little bit gun-shy and concerned about the pressure that these defenses putting on him.
Good blocking, guys.
For the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be
But I don't need to abandon our... If there is a bread and butter with this offense, ranked 59th in the country, it is running, so we don't need to abandon that by any means. But I mean, technically, we could probably just run the ball all the way down the field, but it's just not that fun. So try to set up more of a balanced attack here. See if we can hit them with a little play action. Got to make sure they're not blitzing. I don't want to give up this short yardage situation here.
Thompson on play action.
No, throw it away, dude. Holy cow. Who would not throw it away? Very lucky there.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Let's get our first down. That was weird. I saw them blitzing, so I wanted to go to the tight end, but he was covered pretty tight. And then by then, I had to get out of the pocket. So, and then he just wouldn't throw the ball away. That was almost a disaster. Ooh, look at this line. And again, realistically, I should just be running the ball all day long, but it just gets boring, right? give it to the true freshman. I have the true freshman in on the kind of these unbalanced sets here. Emmett Johnson. Ooh, nice move, Emmett Johnson. And I like to run the ball here when I'm trying to get my quarterback a little warmed up at least. And if you can set up these kind of second and shorts, it's kind of like a free down to kind of tinker with a little bit. Yeah, let's try a screen, but it's got to be there. If not, I'd rather just pick up the first down. Looks like they're in a cover 3. This should be okay. Should be actually pretty good. Yep, get that block. There we go. Oh, no. He fumbled it, but we got it. Unreal. Crazy play. That's a good screen. Good job, guys. Oh, wow. Absolutely blasted. Thank you, Trey Palmer. Huge play. Oh. All right, let's go.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Still win this game. We are moving the ball. Cover 2 again.
Down at about the 15-yard line. This is the 8th play of this drive. They failed down here the last 2 times.
Ooh, almost got him the jump.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
10 for 64 already. Damn.
From the 10-yard line. 2nd down.
Good blitz.
They go with a run, and he's brought down in the backfield. Here's play number 10 on the drive. Quick strike to the receiver. Touchdown.
That was tighter covers than the last one. It works. It's our best guy in the single coverage. I feel pretty comfortable throwing it to him. That's 3rd and 5. That was a big play. I think there's a few things open on that play. But again, first option, it was there. Just do a quick look here. Out route was wide open too to the right. Protection was really good. Running back was going to be open, but I don't know if he would have gotten there. It'd been close. Probably should have gone to the out route, but again, first receiver. I saw the space there. I saw the single coverage really, and I had to throw it before he even made his break. And so I just hoped and prayed that he was the better player and was going to get the good positioning, and he did. So yeah, I don't know. It works sometimes. Extra points, good. All right, that's a big score.
Nebraska.
They will get ball at half, so
He pushes it up there. And he makes it out to about the 31-yard line.
keep bringing blitzes.
Down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. Wisconsin up 7 points.
Oh, man.
To the 40.
Good
And
run.
they make the stop right around the 46-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 46. Nice run there as they work the outside.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
And it looks like they're going to bring some heat. And he tackles him hard at the 46. It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards.
Tempted to sell it on the run here, but actually going to sell it on the pass again. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I had him. I took a terrible angle. I was too nervous to sell out on the run because, oh my gosh, would have given them a free touchdown potentially. And I still almost had it.
Pass complete and taken down immediately.
I do feel like our defense is playing better the last few weeks. I mean, Michigan was a really good defensive game for us.
From the 31-yard line, 2nd down. Wisconsin is up 7. Now he tries to buy some time. Heading for the corner.
Oh, I tried stripping the ball.
21-yard line.
I've gotten one strip, maybe 2 this year. That'd have been huge.
1st down, 10 to go. Ball on the 21. It looks like they're going to blitz. He steps out around the 13-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
7 for 7. Oof. Come on, guys. Wow. What's going on?
For the touchdown. And with that touchdown reception, he's now got 10 this year.
I can see now why this quarterback calls him his favorite target. Whenever this guy's near the end zone, he gets him the ball.
Well, let's see if we can get an extra score before halftime ourselves here. It's almost necessary. They're getting the ball.
Ready for the kickoff.
Definitely 2-minute drill offense here. I also don't like to kick all my kickoffs way around the edge, if you're wondering. I mean, it's not always a guaranteed big play, but it does seem to maybe work a little bit too much.
They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6.
All right, defense, show us what you're going to give us here. Nothing.
Scrambling around. Under pressure. Knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Nothing that looked good.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Some player hurt again.
Cornhuskers saw one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might.
Washington's our first read here. Maybe if Allen has a linebacker on him. Man, still
He's
nothing.
going to try and scramble. He's got the corner. He's to the 40. He's out of bounds around the 42-yard line.
Actually don't scramble a whole lot, even though he's got the speed for it. I want to be throwing. I just didn't see anything there.
From their own 42-yard line, it's 1st down. scrambled.
Oh my gosh. That was a mutt-looking play.
Quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage.
There was some stuff open there.
Progression and find the second and third receiver.
Okay, I'll take it. I knew it'd be one-on-one. I didn't think the defender would get lost like that, but it's okay. Don't really need to just call the same play. Don't really need to call a timeout just yet. Jeez, maybe we do need to run a little bit of clock now. Ooh, Thompson's red hot right now. Nice.
And he's level at the 5-yard line.
Now we're going to run this clock.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
Maybe X. I'm just gonna run this though. Perfect. So we'll take a 10 out here. We're not gonna need them, it looks like, so. Really no reason not to run here. We either get in or run some more clock.
Down by a couple of possessions.
Ooh, not in.
Straight run here, and he's got nowhere to go.
Might go down about 10 seconds or so. No, we'll call it now, just in case it runs off or something. Wow, they gave him the ball at the 1.
That brings up a 2nd and goal.
That was a hell of a spot.
To the goal line.
No, let's just go back to the normal play. No reason to get cute. Took our points.
This kid is a really reliable weapon. You definitely want the football in his hands near the end zone. He showed you what.
Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Just kick this all the way out of the end zone here.
He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Wisconsin is up by a touchdown. Allen gets the ball. Nice run, and he's brought down. Allen gains about 5 yards on the run. So the Badgers taking their first time out of the half. 2nd down and 5. Ball on their own 30.
Oh, pick that off.
You like a team that's ready to defend the pass. It takes some preparation to get in the way of a pass like that.
Let's see if the quarterback heaves it up there and one of his guys can come down with it. gets it all. Almost intercepted. I'd say the offensive coordinators definitely showed their wares in that first half. The Badgers in front, 21-14.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollack here, completely locked in on that first half. We've been looking forward to this game all week, and it has lived up to billing. A close game. You feel like that it's going to be a great second half, and boy, we've got the perfect guys in the booth. What a reward today for Nessler and Herb Street to get this game.
Well, you know, it's not a secret, Reese. They get the best game every week that we think's on the schedule, right? So they got this great. It's great. It's close. It's going back and forth. I mean, what a treat to watch one of the best games of the year just unfolding in front of us. And more importantly, to hear the silky smooth sounds of Kirk Herbstreit and Brad Nessler. Does it get any better?
Just about time to start the second half. What do you think Herb Street's first point of analysis will be?
I don't know, something to do with quarterback play, I'm sure. We always got to hear that stuff all the time. It's all about the quarterbacks.
Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
All right, second half. Second half coming up. Oh, we do get the ball. Why did I think?
Welcome back, everybody.
I thought,
Set to start
all
the
right.
second half.
Great news. Not that run through the end zone there. I thought they kicked off in the first half. So this is quite nice.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. He's tackled at the 33-yard line. Nice job by the running back, and that'll get him 7, maybe 8 yards. So it's second down and about 2 yards to go.
Ooh, nice play.
Tailback brought down for a loss.
These guys have the capability to gain solid, consistent yardage. They have to regroup, come out a bit more motivated next time.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
Thank you, run game. Very consistent today. No home runs. Don't typically hit a lot of home runs.
First and 10.
Just consistent. If I need 3 or 4 yards, they can get it for me. Speaking of home runs, we'll see if something's here. It's not looking like it pre-snap, but... Holy cow, a lot of pressure.
Under pressure.
Yeah.
And he's going to be sacked.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction.
Good play.
And it seems
Real
to
nice play by
confuse
them.
the offense.
So it'll be 2nd and 14 after the setback.
Ooh, gosh. He like pump faked it on accident.
Never give your opponent a second chance. But that's exactly what they did by not making that interception.
And they'll look to convert here on another 3rd down.
Don't need this. No reason to force. Oh my gosh.
This one's picked off.
Again, I'm okay making that throw. Like, he has leverage. Both these interceptions today, they have leverage.
Made some really careless
And
throws, but you gotta also
I
give
really
credit
don't
to
think
the
they're careless throws. That's a one-on-one matchup. He has a ton of space. He's breaking to the inside. And so, I mean, yeah, I would like that maybe a little more towards the hash mark. But that's a lot of space that he's throwing into there. I mean, he's still the most open player, and he has a safety on him. My only guess is that just because that guy is, what, a slot receiver, safety's probably higher overall. I mean, it just, the dice roll. I don't know if that's a thing, but I mean, he is looking at the ball. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not the most open throw, but I'm okay making it. I don't regret throwing that.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Wisconsin is up a score. Very good tackle in space.
But I've literally thrown more interceptions now, I think 11, than I have touchdowns. Which is now 10 or 11? Maybe they're both at 11 now? I don't know. I'm terrible. Strip it. Damn.
Right around the 26-yard line. From the 26-yard line. 1st down. Catches it, and he's punished.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
They'll bring him down right around the 8-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 14 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
Looking to go up 2 touchdowns. They're showing blitz. Fires it out. Just about 3 yards there.
Well, it's a good job here to just secure the football, but he just doesn't have enough speed to turn that into something big.
And he's taken down right around the 4-yard line.
I did a right run kind of anticipation on that, and luckily to make the play there.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
From the 4. Oof, what are they going to do here?
They're trying to stop the run.
We're going to
here
protect
with a
against the
goal line
pass.
defense.
Come on, guys. What are you doing?
Touchdown, Badgers.
I had faith that they could stop them from running 4 yards, and my mistake there.
He's got a nose for the end zone. What more can you say? He wasn't giving up on that run until he was in for the score.
Done by 2 touchdowns. 2 turnovers led to 14 points. That's the difference in this game. See if we can get the return game to electrify something here.
And he's taken down at the 28. Their last drive ended with an interception. Let's find out what the defense can do this time.
I look for the offense to come out with the same game plan as before. You don't make changes after one play.
Quick throw after the receiver. And he's tackled at the 37-yard line. It's 2nd down, and they're about the length of the football. From the
Terrible
1st down
stat line. Yikes.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He's taken down right around the 42-yard line. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 46. And here's a quick throw. Incomplete pass.
Couldn't see what was going on off the screen. I just assumed, no, that's not good. I thought he would have beaten the press by then.
3rd down, and they need to get it inside the 48. Gets it out to the wide out. He's got the first.
It's like the most college football average quarterback passing line. 12 to 24, 1 touchdown, 2 picks.
Thompson sets up the play action.
Yeah, I just threw that out of bounds. I don't know why he threw it to the left sideline. But didn't quite, not on 1st down at least. I didn't see anything that I felt I wanted to push. I think the receiver on the left had some space as he cuts in here. That was shut down though. That tight end, they eventually laid off him, but I took my eyes off by that point. Yeah, there was just nothing I was comfortable throwing. But throw that ball to the right sideline, son.
Appears to be a bit rattled.
From the 43-yard line. Quick out to his receiver. And he hits him hard at the 32-yard line.
Victor Jones, I think, is a freshman. Might be his first catch, maybe 2nd catch of the year.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Tackle made at about the 31. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
QB draw. I haven't called that all year. I'm not going to start now.
Ball on the 31-yard line. And they make the stop around the 31-yard line.
2 down territory here, most likely. Got the wind in our face. Let's try this clear out. Let's see if something pops. If not, we'll just look over the middle there.
Doesn't look like he's going to play any more football today.
Good. No, I'm not going to do that. Picked off. Oh, wow. That was not a good throw.
Down he goes at the 18.
Got lucky. Not a good throw.
This is the 11th play of this drive.
Their coverage was great. They've had really good coverage today.
That play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack at 2nd and long.
See if we can catch him with a run. Safety blitzing. What's our deep pass out of this? Yeah, that might work. See if Washington can get it. Nope. Had X popping open too. Just couldn't get the throw off. I didn't shift my protection either, I forgot. Okay, well. Yeah, they're tough games. I like it. It's fun.
So at the end of the 3rd quarter, the Badgers in front, 28-14. Now we'll see how the backup can do after that injury.
Oh, another injury here. So we have backup quarterback in. 3rd and 28? Holy cow, I didn't realize it was that long.
Under heavy pressure.
Ah, tried to find an R. My gosh, they've been just relentless.
Looks like they're going to get the football back.
Was anything open? Wasn't even looking for the first down. I was just trying to get some yardage. Oh, yeah, the receiver on the right was open. That's really it, though. And then I saw R there. That's what I was trying to get it out to. It was in the flat. Yeah. Oof, man. But I like that these games just sometimes are not pretty. Yeah, all we can really do here is punt.
He'll try to knock this punt down inside the 20. It's a high kick, and it holds
Ooh,
up
that's a
there.
good punt. Did I get it? I don't think so.
Yeah, Brad, that was nice. So now they're looking at a long way to go to even think about
Maybe we did.
scoring.
He's coming back soon, so that's fine. Yeah, at the 1 yard line, hell yeah. See if we can get a safety here. We had one against Michigan. I'm gonna sell out, run middle, selling out. Oh boy, not good. Oh, it is good. It is good. Yes. That's our second safety in as many weeks. Good job, punter. Absolutely needed that to have any chance. No, 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 no. Just lay down. You've been hurt twice today.
The it factor, the swagger, whatever you want to call it, when they take the field, they know they're better than you. And it's a group
Oh,
of
those
11,
interceptions,
they
killer.
play like they know they're going to stop you.
Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended
Purdy's
with a
still
punt.
in.
Now he tries to buy some time.
Nothing. Nothing comfortable throwing at the backup.
At the 48.
I don't keep trying to roll to my right. It just feels like that's where the pressure is coming from. They are right-handed quarterbacks, but still.
From their own 48-yard line. Second down. Makes the catch and look out. And he shoved out of bounds at the 39.
Thompson's back in, so fully healthy now. That's good.
He makes his way to about the
Let's do a little
28.
hurry up here. We gotta get moving. Sure. Action screen if it's open. Doesn't look like it. So audible. Oops.
Flag on the field, and I think I have a good feeling of what this might be.
Open, guessing? Yeah.
That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, they can just keep their concentration to avoid situations like that.
So it's first down and an alternative.
Dude, how on earth are these interceptions? Hey guys, again, give me your feedback. That feels like he's wide open. I'm throwing it into space.
Right here, he just tried to
I like all three of these picks. I have no regrets. I don't feel that those are bad throws. I mean, maybe the throw's literally bad. I mean, look at the space he has. Throw that underneath. I don't know where the ball necessarily goes. And like there are other guys open. I mean, there's some guys wide open, but like the running back out of the backfield had a lot of space in the zone. But like, who knows if that gets over that middle linebacker or whoever that is, his head. Like that's just a crazy play. And I get that is that middle safety. I mean, that's his job.
It's first down.
But I don't know. Like those throws just they don't feel irresponsible or anything.
Allen on the toss.
Strip it.
Gets to about the 37-yard line. About 3 yards there on the halfback toss.
But yeah, I mean, they deserve to win if I'm throwing 3 interceptions. No question. Dang. It's like each week I try to focus on that. And it's like I don't know what else to do because like I don't regret those throws. I'll keep making those throws.
Wants to throw outside. He's tackled around the 40.
Meanwhile, our safeties play like that.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 48. Zips it to the tight end. Tackle at the 44-yard line.
Number 16 at the 44-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Gets to about the 44-yard line. Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 38. And it looks like they're going to bring some heat. Got his receiver, dropped it, incomplete.
Proximity helped with that. I was trying to get the interception, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Just get away from that.
And it goes in the end zone, down for a touchback.
Oh,
It's all about for these guys.
yeah, we know.
In terms
Lots of
pressure,
interceptions.
you'll create more chances for your defense.
This defense has been bringing the blitz and is having success getting to him. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball. If you're in the negative in the turnover department, your chances of winning decrease exponentially.
From their own 20-yard line, 2nd down. Caught out in the open. Brought down right around the 32-yard line.
Especially this stage of the game, I'm looking deep before looking short. If I don't see it there, I start looking around for some safe outlets. Same thing here.
Got it. And he goes down
Let's
quickly.
go, let's go, let's go. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible game. I mean, I don't want to call that same pass 3 times. They won't give me anything else. Oh, no. Tried triangle, he wouldn't throw it. Coming out in the right flat there. Jeez, guys, come on.
So that sack will back them up a little now. They're looking at
Just not a good game.
3rd and 13. Pulls it in, and he's in the open field.
Ooh, look at that illegal block. Can't believe they didn't call that.
Spectacular play, and now it's 1st and
How did they not call that clipping? A total block in the back.
just under 3 to go in regulation. Fires right side. Got a tailback.
Come on, hurry.
And he'll be marked down.
So we're down by what? 6? Right? Yeah, we're down by 6. Doesn't really matter. I guess we'll just go for it.
And they're looking to get 2 points here.
All 3 timeouts, so we will just kick
They come
off.
out in a 5-0
Especially when they're going to try to run the ball against us, probably. So. Oh, dude. Just had to wait another second. That was an easy conversion.
And they'll come away with 6 points after failing on the 2-point conversion. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He just drills this one. Let's see what they can do on offense as they take possession after the return.
This is only a one-possession game, so I think they need to regain the momentum and try to put this game out of reach.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're 1 play away from a very different ball game. Quick pass, and he's taken down around the 25-yard line. Nebraska is going to use their first time out of the half here. Nothing going on that play.
But here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
A little more than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Gives it to the back. Taken down as he works the left for a nice game. Nebraska is going to have to use their second time out of the half. From their own 29-yard line. Third down.
Damn.
Complete. It's the freshman. They'll bring him down at about the 39-yard line.
That was a really nice play on the ball by the receiver for a substantial gain and a first down.
In the backfield. Nebraska will take their final timeout. Second down, 14 coming up here. Ball on the 36-yard line. And he makes it out to about the 37-yard line.
Just need to stop here. Got a shot.
Fires out to his wideout. Well, you can see the elation on the defensive coordinator's side of things, and why not? His defense just came
gotta be
up with
quick.
one of the biggest stops of the game in the final spot in this fourth quarter.
Oh, we're only about 30 seconds to go. Probably about 70-something yards. No sense in even trying to call a punt block either. It's not going to happen. If there's any hope of a decent return, I'll try, but otherwise we'll just fair catch it. Oh, we might. Oh, no, because they missed the block. Oh, guys. All right, need first downs or get out of bounds.
Well, it's been amazing to watch this defense
Okay,
because they've done such a great job of applying pressure on the quarterback that they're definitely getting these turnovers, but it all starts with the pressure.
Pretty much just 2 reads here. Martin is the primary, and then Brown if it's there. That's fine. I think it was there.
This quarterback has got to do a better job of looking off defenders and allow his covered receivers some room to improvise and get free.
Need someone to pop deep.
Second down and 10
Come on,
to
Brown.
go. Ball on the 21-yard line.
I'd rather just him go deep. Picked off. Yep. Seriously, just a terrible throw. Like that, again, not a bad read. That's cover 2. I threw it in between. Threw it to the outside, and he just airmailed it. 4 effing interceptions. And we lose by 6? Like, that's ridiculous.
Give up an interception late in the game. You got to be more careful with the football.
But none of these, and please, call me out in the comments if I'm wrong. These are not dangerous throws. That's cover 2. That's beaten. That's beaten. I throw it to the outside. He just absolutely airmails it. So, like, I guess what I'm saying is the throw bad? Yeah, the throw is physically bad by the CPU computer, who I don't really have that much control over once I hit the pass button. But, like, that's open. So I'm completely comfortable with the read. Whereas the receiver on the right, he doesn't beat the presses as cleanly, right? Plus there's a far better corner on him. So I'm 100% fine at this. That is the most open player on the field. Airmailed. Interception. And like intercepted with ease almost. Like just had a little... Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. This is the first game I've thrown 4 interceptions all year. Of course, the one I'm live streaming. But Wisconsin wins. They deserve it. If I'm going to throw 4 interceptions, so... Dang, it's second time this year we lost 2 in a row. Be our 4th loss. So, bumming. I don't mind losing. I hate losing when you just feel like it's kind of shit, right? It's kind of just garbage. But that happens. Kudos to Wisconsin. That's all you can say as a head coach, right? They played well. They deserve to win. But yeah, that does wrap things up for us. I cannot advance to the next week yet, even to see recruiting, which, of course, this game doesn't really help us much. But reason being is I have to reset the game winners. That's one of the steps I talked about on that article on simsportsgaming.com. It can also be found in the Revamped community. And guys, thanks again for checking out the videos, for giving it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. We're always doing streams like this. It's been a little bit busy with the real job there. So yeah, I just had some time today. Figured get a stream up, let you guys see some live gameplay, give you a quick update on the Nebraska Dynasty here. It's still a ton of fun. I'm just irritated with the way I played, or at least just the outcome of the game, I guess, here. But still really, really fun. Already excited for the next season with Nebraska as we continue to develop everything here. So appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time for episode 4.